It may be different to yesterday, to last week. So just really tuning in, taking the rest when you need them, taking the challenges where you can, and regressions as needed. So we'll do a little bit of standing work to get started, and with modifications as well. And then we'll make our way down onto the floor. Everyone ready to go? All right, so let's start with a nice little stretch out here, ladies. So we're just going to turn our palms forward, take your feet to hip distance apart, close your eyes down, and take a big breath in as you shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, shrug those shoulders up, squeezing the tension. And exhale, release it all down. One more, feeling the ribcage expand outwards as you do so. And exhale down. Let's take that breath a little further as we inhale, reaching the fingertips up to the ceiling. Shine your chest bone up for a little extension into the spine there. And then exhale, sweep the arms down by your side. Coming down towards the floor, stretching out through the back of the body as we inhale, reach those hands back up, big breath down into the bottom of the lungs. Exhale, releasing down. Two more like that, in and out. Just enjoying the movement in your body. And out. Let's come down and hold at the bottom here. You might like to soften your knees, grab onto your elbows, and just hang here in ragdoll for a moment. So allowing the crown of your head to fall to the earth. Give your head a little shake out. Each exhale, just falling deeper into that stretch. You might want to circle your shoulders, your elbows around, just feeling for any tension through the body, just releasing with each exhale. Two more breaths here. Taking the breath deep down into the base of the lungs and expanding the ribs. Release the hands out. I want you to imagine that you're holding a basketball-sized ball. So hands are at shoulder distance apart. Don't bring them in together. Keep them nice and wide. Shoulders back and down away from your ears. We're going to rotate the body to the left. So keep your rib cage, your pelvis facing forward. Rotate that upper spine. Inhale as you sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Rotate around. Drop down to your right side. Keeping those hands at shoulder distance apart. Come back through the center. Rotate back to that left. Inhale, sweep up. Shoulders stay down from the ears. Exhale, sweep it down. So we're trying to release that fascia and the tissue that runs down our spine, down our rib cage, and right down into the pelvis. So feel for that mobility of your tissues as you move through this. Utilize your breath to create more space and stretch into the tissue. Last one in this direction, we'll reverse it out. So come back to the center at the bottom here. Keep those hands to shoulder distance. Let's rotate around to that right. So you should feel that stretch down the left side of the body as you rotate around there. Inhale, sweep it up. Rotate back through the center to the left. Exhale, drop it down. Now feel that stretch through that right side. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, drop it down. Last one. Coming back through the center. From here, I want you just to soften your knees. We're coming into a little opener, chest opener here. So grab your left hand to your right ankle. So you're across the body. We're going to straighten that right leg and bend the left. So you've got this little walking action happening. You're pushing that right hip back and up. So you're getting that nice deep hamstring stretch. and then rotate, lift that right arm up to the ceiling. How'd we go with all those lefts and rights there? Did we get it?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Good. So you should feel that stretch. So all the way from down your right shoulder, into the right chest, across the shoulders, through that rib cage, thoracic area, and then deep down into the hips, into the hamstring, down the back of that right straight leg. Breathe into it, ladies. Look up to that right hand. So real rotation, ringing out of the spine here. Come back through the center. Let's swap it out. So right hand, left ankle, left leg is straight, right knee bends, reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Feel that deep stretch through the left leg. Looking up to the left hand, breathe into it. And coming back down through the center. Bend the knees softly, roll up through the spine, coming back into your standing. Lovely. Let's get the blood flowing. We should be all loosened up now. Get some blood pumping with our squat leg series here. So feet are hip distance apart to start with. Let's go deep down into our squat. So check your squat position. Remember, you want your knees over your ankles, not over your toes. So sitting back into that heel. Wriggle the toes. You should always be able to see your toes in front of your knees. So don't hide them by using more of your quads and driving forward. Drives back, but keep your chest lifted. Stand up nice and tall. Drop back down. Stand up nice and tall. Feel those glutes squeeze. Press the heels into the mat. Okay. For those that are able to and are comfortable coming up through the toes, we're going to add in a heel raise. So pressing up into that heel raise. It may be a little wobbly on your mat. Drop your shoulders down from your ears up here. Lower back down. Press it back up. Lower down. Press it up. So the heel raise is optional.
And just check in, as you go down into your squat, now that we've added those arms, the knees don't want to buckle inward.
So watch out for those squinting kneecaps. Keep the knees turned out over the second toe. Lost my balance. 3 to go. Come down and hold your squat here, ladies. Take the arms out nice and wide, shoulders down from the ears. Sink those hips back, little presses up and down. Focus on that down, down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up into your heel raise. Raise those arms back up. Half heel raises here. So drop the heels halfway, squeeze, press it back up. Drop it down, press it up and down, up, and 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go down into that deep squat one more time. Arms out nice and wide, pulse it out for 8.
Just lift it a little bit higher here.
Shine that chest forward. Work through the hip joints, over the knees. 3, 2, 1. Press it up. One final heel raise. Pulse it out for 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. And coming all the way down. Beautiful job. Shake it out. We've got a wide squat series before we make it down, our way down onto the floor. So out into sumo squat. Take your feet wider than your hips and turn your toes out to a 45 degree. So the range is up to you here, ladies. We're going down into a frog or a sumo squat. If you can, we're going to tap the fingers down to the floor, but don't do it at the expense of leaning forward, okay? So we don't want to be here. That's no work through the legs. We want to go deep down, so send your hips, your pelvis down to the floor and take the fingers with you. Chest stays upright. If you can't get down there, that's totally fine. Just notice where you start to bend forward into it and work into that range. There we go. So nice and deep, keep those knees turned wide As you come back up, zip up through those inner thighs into pelvic floor.
Beautiful.
Nice and strong through those legs for 5, 3, 2, adding a little bit of side work next. Come down over that left foot, so one hand on either side of the left foot, back through the center, back through the middle, and up around the right foot. So just adding that little bit of increased load to a single leg for another 4.
Make sure you're not rounding the spine there.
Stay lifted through the chest. Finishing on this right side here. And down through the center. Let's hold it down here. Find your form. We've got 8 little pulses, nice and deep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming all the way up. Awesome job.
Well done.
All right. So we're going to make our way down onto the mat now through a squat, walk out to plank. No, not yet, Shona. Through a squat, walk out to plank. We're going to hold it in plank, mountain climb, 1 to each side, and then come back through squat to standing. So it's a little series. It's prepping us for our reformer. Let's work through it together. So we go down into that nice deep squat position. Place the hands down onto the mat nice and strong in front of you as you walk your legs back out into plank. You can drop your knees down here at any stage if you need to. Otherwise, we're maintaining that nice strong plank position for 10 seconds. Find your form, chin tucks in, chest lifts up and away from your mat, ribs and pelvis connect. Stay on your knees if you need to. Then we're taking right knee to left elbow, reach the leg back. Left knee to right elbow, reach it back. Walk your feet to your hands back into your sumo squat. Stand up nice and tall. Lots of functional movement here, ladies. It's a bit going on, but a really important series for getting a lot of those functional muscles firing. So let's drop down into that squat position. Hands plant down to the floor. Step it out to your plank. Drop to your knees if you need to. We're holding here for 10.
Beautiful.
You can stay
so
here.
A knee option. Yep.
You can also come down onto your elbows if you need to. From that plank position, let's tuck knee to elbow. I'll give you the modified version. Pull the knee into the chest and back out. Knee into the chest and back out. We step our feet to our hands. Stand up nice and tall. Are we warm? Are we feeling it? Full body integration here, ladies. We're going to do that 2 more times. Plant the hands down, out to your plank. Think about that reformer action, how strong you are in the reformer. This is where we want to get back to. Hold here for another 3, 2, 1. Knee to elbow and back out. Knee to elbow and back out. Step feet to hands. Stand nice and tall. Looking good. We've got 1 to go. Bring it down. Step it out. 10 seconds here. Choose where you want to be. Knees and elbows can come down onto your mat if you need for 5. And pull the knee into your elbow nice and tight. Reach it back out. Pull the knee into the elbow. Reach it back out. Step. Step. Stand it tall. We are nearly done. Come back through your squat. We're just coming out to hold that plank position before a child's pose here, ladies. So find back into your plank, nice and strong. Knees option there if you like. Continue to hold. And 5, 2, 1. Knees come down onto your mat, nice and wide. Sink down to your heels, reach those hands forward. Enjoy that child's pose. Just enjoying the stretch here.
So we've got a little bit of work now in 4-point kneel. If you do need a mat for your knees, feel free to take it. You can also come down onto your elbows at any stage if your wrists do get sore. So setting up in that 4-point kneel position, it's a little series and it's going to go a little bit like this. I'll show you first. So first exercise is a 20-second plank. Again, you've got the option to go here or here. After that plank, we drop one knee down and then come into a single leg extension. Doing 6 of those. On that 6th one, we're holding up and we're doing 6 push-ups. This is an oil rigger. So we tip the body forward, weight goes into the arms, 6 of those, and then we repeat on the other side. We're going to do 2 rounds each side. Thumbs down from Shona. Child's pose whenever you need, ladies. Remember, this is your workout. Take what you can from it, but respect your body. So plank position, take your modifications if you wish. We're pushing out into that full plank option. Knees stay down. Come onto your elbows if you need to. We're here for another 15. Stay strong, ladies. Keep scanning through your bodies. You know all the cues now. Chin tucks in, length through the back of the neck, chest lifts. Ribs and pelvis connect for another 5. Beautiful. Drop that right knee down. Balance out your weight, so watch you're not shifting across that right side too much. Point your left toes. Long through that left leg, lift and lower. Lift, squeeze into that buttock as you lift. Remember, we don't want to see that height that compromises that control through the trunk. So nice and strong through your center. The movement's coming from your hip joint. Last one, hold it up. Lengthen that leg nice and long. Tip the body over your hands. Press back up, working into those shoulder, triceps, pecs. Upper body's getting a nice workout here for another 3. Keep that left leg high. Your glutes staying engaged. Last one, push up. Bring the left knee down. Let's take a child's pose. Release out your wrists. Okay, we get to repeat that on the other side. Coming up, take those modifications as you need them at any stage, ladies. Okay, let's walk it out into our 20-second plank. Hold strong. Think of that strength you have on the Reformer. I know it's still there. You guys have done such an awesome job showing up each week, taking care of your health and your fitness. Shona, okay?
Yeah, I think she might be frozen.
5. Drop the hips, ribs and pelvis connect. Where is she typing? And lower back down. Let's take that weight into, Shona, are you okay? Your screen seems to be frozen.
I might,
Unless she's typing. Okay, let's transition that weight. Reach that right leg long now, ladies. Point the right toes. Ribs and pelvis connect. Find your form. Don't let your head drop, so no looking at your knees. Keep your gaze in line with your fingertips. We've got 4 leg extensions and 3, 2. Hold that last one up. Check in your screen for that alignment. Lower down. Press back up. Lower down. Press it up. 4 to go. 2.
that's it, so let that leg lift up as you lower that chest down.
Bringing that right knee in. Let's walk it out one final time. Come to your elbows if you need to. We've got a 20-second plank hold to finish off this series. Nice and strong, ladies. Take the elbow option. You're just working just as hard here. Drop to the knees if you need to. Beautiful form.
Really good.
For another 10. 3, 2, 1. And come back into child's pose. Awesome effort, ladies. It's a tough little series. You should be very proud of making your way through that. Okay, let's make your way onto your back. We've got a little work through our ab series now. Okay, let's take a moment to set ourselves up. So just allowing the body to relax down into your mat, feet hip distance apart, knees pointed up to the ceiling. Taking your pelvis, rolling the spine back into your mat, flattening the back down, connecting pubic bone to belly button, just watching those hip flexors, don't grip on and do all the work. Try and make that internal connection there. And then release back out, arching the lower spine, keeping the rib cage down, isolating the movement to the lower arch. And flattening back in. Just appreciating that movement of your spine. Noticing any stiff areas that need a little extra attention, which we'll address in some spinal mobility, shoulder bridges coming up soon. And then finding your neutral position here, ladies. So ribs and pelvis connect, pressures down through your tailbone. Let's come into our abdominal prep or our crunches here, curl ups. Hands come behind your head. Just watch your elbows aren't too wide, so you want them in your peripheral vision. And let's curl our spine up. So we're coming right up as high as we can up onto our bra line, getting those shoulder blades off. That's going to take the strain out of your neck. Watch you're not yanking your head. Really focus, ladies, on the rib cage pulling to your pelvis. I say it every week, but that's the most important part of this exercise. Rib cage pulls down, not pelvis pulling up. Come up and check with me. I just want to check off those hip flexors. If you're finding your spine is pulling down and flattening into the mat, just release out and flatten that lower pelvis off, or the pelvis lower tummy off, okay? And then also watching that you're not bulging out into your clothing. So really focusing on that corset, drawing into your spine. Rib cage is pulling down. That's our rectus abdominis, outer muscles getting on. Lower the head back down halfway, lift it back up. Halfway down, lift it up. No strain through the neck. Head should be nice and heavy. Relaxed into the hands. How are they looking, Jen?
Yeah, we're looking good. Nice, slow, controlled movements.
3, 2. Come and hold it up. Check off those points for me. Are those hip flexors relaxed? Is the tummy drawing in? Can you come a little higher? Breathe and lower down. Okay, abs should be warmed up. We're going into our teaser, so our traditional Pilates exercises, really engaging into those deep abdominals. Our options, ladies, are legs stay down. Options, legs into tabletop. And for the final few cycles, we'll give you option out into full extension. So what's that? Third, fourth option is to keep the head down. Otherwise, if you're okay to come up and hold up, you've got one hand can stay behind your head and just reach the other hand long. Otherwise, coming into that full Pilates, what are we doing? Hundreds position, sorry. Grab onto your thighs and pull yourself up. So really working to pull up as high as you can. Once you're there, see then if you can maintain that lift and then release your hands down by your side. So that's where you want to work. If you start to drop down, you really want to focus on bringing that rib cage closer to your pelvis. Pump those hands beside your hips, little puddles of water, tapping that puddle as we inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3,
Yeah, you
4,
can have your hand,
5.
a single hand behind your head if you need a
Beautiful.
bit of
You
support.
can keep a hand, that's right. Thanks, Jen. If the neck's feeling any strain, feel free to keep that head supported. Draw the tummy in. You'll still find those abs in that supported position. Keep breathing through it. We've got 3 to go. If you want to take that full teaser position, extending the legs right out. Keep the shoulder blades lifted up off the mat for another 2 breath cycles. Last one. And bringing your knees into your chest, lower the head back down. Take a breather. We should be well and truly warmed up here now, ladies. Okay, so our next series, let me give you the modified version first and then we'll work our way up. So we're just going to work our way into our inner thighs and our deep lower abdominals. So to start with, our modification is we're opening out into butterfly and then inner thighs draw in, pelvic floor lifts up to pull the knees back in line together. Knees draw out. This is our modified. What we're aiming to be doing is working in a tabletop position, but that's not available to everyone. So respect that. Everyone's body is different. We're all on different journeys. So if you're not feeling strong through the pelvic floor today, then that's totally fine. You can stay down on the floor. Otherwise, from the double tabletop position, feet and knees start together, open out into that hip opener, butterfly, close it back down. Open out, close it down. Our progression, ladies, from there. So we're going to do 5 of those. I'll talk you through it as we go. So we're going to do 5 of those butterflies, and then we're going to reach the leg out, reach the leg out. Okay, so if your feet are down on the floor, single leg extends out. If your feet are up in tabletop, double leg extends out. Okay, we've got 5 of those out into your star. Then we come back through tabletop and we go into a heel tap and heel tap. So 4 of those heel taps. And then we come back and we're repeating that, okay? It might get a little confusing as we go through, but we'll get there in the end. So choose where you want to work today, ladies. Double tabletop position. I'm going to work from here. Feet can stay down on the floor if you need to. Other progression option is to come up into that curl up position. Your hands are behind your head. Head and shoulders are lifted up as high as you can. Open the knees out. Close them back down. And 4. Zip up those inner thighs. Heels and toes stay pressing together. 2, 1. Double leg extends out into star. If that's too much, please just stay with that first butterfly exercise. Star, feet together, knees close. How are we looking?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Good. Open and open. Close.
So when you go
close.
into that star, make sure the feet actually separate there. Ruth? Yeah,
that's it. Okay, bringing the legs back through tabletop. Keep that head and shoulders lifted. If that's where you're working, tap your right heel, lift back up through tabletop. Tap your left, lift back up. Tap your right, up and left, up. Hold here. Lower the head. Lift the head back up. Let's repeat that series again, ladies. Feet and heels and toes together. Open the knees, close the knees. Open the knees, close the knees. Let's go for another 3 of those before we progress to full star.
Try to keep the knee and the foot in that same level plane so that the feet shouldn't really drop down.
And star. So your shins should stay parallel to the floor.
I'm trying to say. Sometimes you just don't find the word.
Yeah. 2 more stars here, ladies. Last one. Okay, hold up. Find your form again in tabletop. Tap the heel. Pull it back through tabletop. Tap the left heel. 1 more to each side. And pull the knees into the chest. Let's have a little breather and release here. Awesome job. There's a bit going on there. Abs, legs, pelvic floor, outer abdominals. All right, 1 final combination of all those exercises. So we're going for 2 openers, 2 stars, 2 heel taps, 2 curl ups. We're going to do that 3 times. You with me? Challenging the coordination in the brain and concentration and all of that as well today. So if you're comfortable to lift head and shoulders, come up into that starting position, abdo curl. Let's bring your right leg, left leg up to tabletop, feet and knees together. Find your control and form here. Watch we're not yanking on that head. Let's open the knees twice. Third time, open them out, extend the legs out to star twice. Close, close, open, open, close, close. Back through tabletop here. Right heel taps, left heel taps. Repeat that again. Right heel taps, left heel taps. Hold in that tabletop position. Lower the head, lift the head, lower the head, lift the head, hold. We've got 2 more rounds of that. You with me? Heels and feet together. Open the knees, close the knees. 1 more. Open, close. This time add the star. Open knees, open feet, close knees. Repeat. Open, open, close, close. Back through tabletop. 4 heel taps down and down and down and down. And lower the chest, lift the chest, lower the chest, lift the chest. Hold it here. You can break it anytime, ladies. We've got 1 final series. Open the knees, close the knees, open the knees, close the knees. Open, open to star. Close the feet, close the knees. Repeat. Open knees, open feet, close and close. Hold it here. Find that form for our heel taps for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in tabletop. Lower the head, lift the head, lower, lift, lower the head, pull the knees into your chest. And you made it. Well done, ladies. It's almost more tough on the mind than it is on the body. Okay, final abs series here, ladies, is our single leg stretch. So from this position, we're going to grab your hands around your right knee, pull that knee deep in towards your chest, extend your left leg out long. You can stay down on the floor here, or you can really work into those abs for our final ab exercise, lifting that shoulder blades up off the mat, pull your nose towards your knees, really tight here. And then we're going to swap it out without dropping down. So as you release the legs, try not to let your body lower and swap it out. Deep abdominal work here. Lift your shoulders as high up off your mat as you can. Make sure you've got that lift through the pelvic floor as you do so. Keep going nice and controlled. Draw the tummy in away from your clothes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Can we finish with 8 fast ones here? So quick ones, pulling the knee in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Lower down. Place those feet back on the floor. Reach your arms overhead. Reach your legs long. Breathe into your belly. Okay, bringing your hands down beside you. We're nearly done this morning, ladies. You've put an awesome effort in. Let's roll out our spine, open up through the front of our body, through our shoulder bridges. So taking that pelvic tuck, flatten your spine into the mat, press each spinal segment down and then peel it away, 1 vertebrae at a time as you come up into your shoulder bridge. Check in with your position here. You might want to walk your heels a little closer to your bottom. Send your knees out over your toes. Lift the hips, rib cage stays down. Watch your knees don't splay out to the side, so keep them in line with your hips. And then rolling down, rib cage first. Pubic bone stays as your highest point throughout the movement as you lower each vertebrae, 1 at a time back to the floor. Inhale, exhale, scoop through the tummy, roll, peel away 1 vertebrae at a time, coming up. Hold at the top, inhale. Exhale, rib cage comes down, scoop through the tummy, roll back down to your mat. 2 more like that, really feeling for that mobility through the spine.
Really emphasizing that pelvic curl through the lifting and lowering.
On that last one, let's meet at the top, ladies. Check in with your form. Ribs stay down, tail tucked under. If you've got any discomfort through the lower back, drop your pelvis down a little bit so it's not loading up those spinal segments. From here, we're going to drop halfway, let those glutes relax a little bit, then fire them, push the heels into the mat, press those hips right up. Drop it down, press it up. Drop it down, press it up. And 6. Find those glutes. 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top here. Squeeze those glutes on. Little presses up, up, up. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rolling all the way back down. Pull the knees into the chest. Have a little release out here. Beautiful job. We're going to roll to our side, ladies, to finish off with a nice book opener stretch. This is one of my favorite exercises, my favorite stretches. Liz, you should love this one. It's a really nice chest opener. But just be careful with your range. If you're finding any extra sort of tension or pull through the shoulders, just keep it limited. So we're coming into, our hands are interlocked behind your head. So you're in that nice side lying position. Your pelvis is driving forward. That's where your anchor is going to be, so we can get that nice openness and mobility through our upper spine. So we start with those elbows close together around our head, and then reach the elbow, that top elbow, up to the ceiling as you inhale. And then exhale, reach that elbow back behind you, but watch you don't just let the whole spine roll back. So the idea is to get that isolated rotation into that upper spine. So you might find you can't actually move too far into that. As soon as you start to feel like you see that top knee moves away from that bottom knee, then you're coming out of that mobility. So we're really trying to wring out the spine and try and breathe into it. Inhale, take that elbow back to the ceiling. Exhale to close it down. Let's repeat that 2 more and then we'll add in a pec stretch to it. Inhale up. Exhale, open out. Feel where the resistance is and try and relax into it. Each exhale, seeing if you can take it a little further back. Inhale, elbow to the ceiling. Exhale, close it back down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open out, hold. Inhale. On the next exhale, extend that top arm out. Now, if you're quite tight through your chest like I am, too many push-ups this week, Shona, you might really feel that resistance through the front of the chest there. Wow, I know I certainly do. You see that arm's just reaching back behind you. So sometimes when I've been good with my stretches, I can get that arm all the way down. And that's something that if your body allows it, it's nice to aim for. So of course you can sort of just slump back down into it, but then you're not getting that active stretch. So maintain that knee on top of knee, pelvis rolling forward. Notice where the resistance is and just breathe into that. If you're particularly tight through the chest or into the spine, don't force it. Just find a position that you can relax into and gently ease into. Let's reach that arm up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, close it back down to the floor. Final movement to this side, and we'll repeat it to the other side. This time we're going to sweep it around in like a rainbow above our head. So inhale, reach that top arm up overhead. Exhale, sweep it back behind you as you rotate that chest to the ceiling. Oh, how good does that feel? Does that feel good, but not good? It feels like I need to do it a lot more. That's what it's telling me. I don't know about you. Okay, so really strong stretch through the front of the body there. Inhale. Exhale. Let's roll over onto your back. You can stay there and just flip over to the other side. I'm going to go the other way so it doesn't look weird facing the camera backwards, but You can just roll over and show me your back on the camera. That's fine. Whatever feels comfortable for you there. Okay, so same thing here. Let's lock down our hands behind your head. Pelvis is stacked, knees are stacked. Elbows come together around your face to start with. And then inhale, reach that top elbow up. Exhale, rotate the elbow behind you. Just feeling for that chest opening, the spine mobilizing. Noticing any difference from side to side. Inhale, elbow to ceiling. Exhale, close it back down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open out. Just noticing that increased movement with each one. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, close it down. Let's repeat that one final time. Inhale, exhale, open out. If and when you're ready, you can extend that top arm out. Again, just being aware of any differences from side to side, not forcing the stretch, finding a range that you can relax into. If you go too quickly into that really deep stretch, like 100% tension, then you're just going to resist it and the body's going to fight against it and you won't be able to relax. So just find a range that feels tight but is not holding you back. And then you should be able to breathe into it, and each exhale, you should be able to get a little bit more range with that. Watch that pelvis isn't rolling back with you. Let's reach that arm up to the ceiling as we inhale. Exhale, close it back down. Coming into our rainbow to finish as we inhale, sweep that top arm up above you. Exhale, round it over your head, coming out into that pec stretch. Just enjoying that movement, that stretch and release. And from there, rolling back onto your back. Setting yourself up in the middle of your mat again. Feet and knees together, arms out to about 30 degrees, finishing with our spine twist here. So feet and knees stay together as we rotate them towards the right, head to the left. Keep your left shoulder blade down on your mat. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left, head to the right. One more to each side, back through the center. Back through the center to the left. And back through the center. Let's pull your knees into your chest for a final hug. From here, ladies, you can roll over onto your side and come into a sitting position, or you can come through rolling like a ball. So pulling the knees in, getting a bit of momentum, and then making your way up into sitting.